Have you ever had an argument with your partner where you thought, how did we even get here? One minute you're talking about the dishes, and the next you're talking about respect, love, and who does more in the relationship. Ugh, it can be so frustrating. The truth is, though, you are not alone. According to relationship expert Dr. John Gottman, 69% of relationship conflicts happen because of miscommunication. That means that most couples aren't actually fighting about real problems. They're fighting because they misunderstood each other's expectations. And that's exactly what we're going to fix today. I'll guide you through a simple but powerful exercise that will help you and your partner get on the same page and finally stop the cycle of miscommunication. Let's dive in. The biggest communication breakdowns happen when we assume our partner knows what we expect without ever actually saying it. Think about that for a minute. John Gottman's research shows that most conflicts in relationships aren't about who's right or wrong. They happen because each partner has unstated expectations, things they just assume should be understood. But when those expectations aren't met, frustration builds and suddenly a small issue turns into a major argument. So how do we fix it? Clarity is the key. And we're going to get clear right now with an exercise. I want you and your partner to get together. Grab a notebook and a pen or open the notes apps on your phones. We'll be writing down different expectations for areas that are important in relationships. There are going to be a few key areas that we will focus on. This will be finances, intimacy, spirituality, work, in-laws and family, household chores, decision-making, and parenthood. We're going to be looking at an example that will also be linked in the video description. As you can see when looking at this example, we have each topic written down just in a list form, and then underneath we have partner 1, partner 2. Let's say example 1 is for Sally. Under finances, she expects that her partner has the job that primarily supports the family, while the expectation of herself is that her main focus is being at home with the kids and only working if it's online or flexible. This is an example of how to use this worksheet. One partner will fill it out and the other will fill it out separately, and then they'll bring it together to compare notes. As you go through the exercise, it may be helpful to ask yourself questions such as finances. Who manages the budget? How are these big purchases decided? Intimacy. What do you need to feel emotionally and physically connected? How often do you want to be intimate? Spirituality. How do you want to grow together in faith or personal beliefs? Work. How do you balance work and home life? In-laws and family. What are your expectations around visits, holidays, and boundaries? Household chores. Who does what? Are there gender expectations? Decision making. How do you make big and small choices together? Parenthood. If you have kids or plan to, what are your parenting values? Who does what? Now, take 5 to 10 minutes and write down your expectations for your role and your partner's role in each of these areas. Remember, don't look at each other's notes yet. Please pause the video and take time to complete this worksheet together. Okay, now that you have had time to complete the exercise, sit down with your partner and compare your answers. Share those notes. Remember, this isn't about proving who's right or who's wrong. It's about understanding each other and getting on the same page. As you're sharing notes, take some time to talk about these questions together. What surprised you about your partner's expectations? Where did they align, and how are they different? How can we use this new understanding to improve the communication moving forward? Which areas could you adjust together to better align your expectations? As you are discussing together, remember to listen without interrupting. Let your partner explain their expectations without judgment. Ask clarifying questions instead of getting defensive. Look for gaps and places where your answers don't align, and find compromises where needed. Remember, this exercise isn't just about solving today's issues, it's about preventing future conflicts by making sure you are both on the same page from the very start. If you and your partner just did this exercise, I'd love to hear how it went. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more relationship tools that actually work.